All right. So basically, another day. I noticed that I started a little bit kind of in a rush, especially on NQ. I sold a couple of times here at the open on the retest here. Then I just got to stop down. Then I actually sold higher here at the 50%. I also got to stop out there. So like three trades, pretty much losses. And then once again, this bar actually traded higher after retested, and then it traded lower. So once it broke again, I just went short again with the market. I also shorted in gold earlier on this retest here, but it wouldn't hold. So basically, I just got stopped out there as well. And then I noticed this bar was starting to trade lower as it opened. And I noticed that this low is actually quite weak. So what I did was once this bar broke its low, I shorted here on gold as well. And Nasdaq hesitating a little bit. It seems to be stronger to the downside, but for some reason it's taking a while to just drop. I don't know if it's going to drop, but it feels like it's heavier than actually stronger to the upside. So let's see. I remain calm a little bit, and I'm just trying to get myself straight. I had a very hectic day, I would say, but it's fine. It's good. I actually got. I had actually my routine, which actually I am getting really used to it, and I actually love it. Basically, well, I get home normally 30 minutes, 40 minutes, sometimes 1 hour before the session opens. And what I do is, well, I come here, organize a couple of things, and then I take a good shower. I go into my bedroom in the dark. I breathe, I think a little bit on myself, and more than anything, I just breathe and feel my body. So I think that's something I really love. I enjoy it a lot, and it really, really makes me feel great in the sense that it really calms me down. It tells my body that, hey, there is no dangers, everything is fine. You don't have to stress about really anything. So just stick to what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You are doing it really well. So just stick to the things that you know what to do. So I think I'm not gonna wait for the NASA to
Order
retest here,
filled.
and I'm also gonna close
Order
gold
filled.
here. I'm not gonna wait for it to trade lower. This is not fear. This is just basically something that makes sense. I mean, I like it's pretty much like yesterday. I just started. I was tired actually today. I'm not tired even though I had a hectic day. I rested well last night even, and yeah, I think it made a lot of sense. It's like I said earlier, a Nasdaq fell heavier. Like it would, yes, it trade deep at the open. I don't know how far it went. It went well, like 60 points. That's actually really not much. So I'm aware that it could go really deeper if it wants to go lower, possibly to these swings here that I have. But it was good. I mean, I correct myself. I was quickly aware that I was too in a rush, so I managed to stop and then well, took a good trade. It worked, but it couldn't. It could have not worked, but it doesn't really matter. Point is, yeah, I'm gonna continue to watch a little bit more because I basically just started my session. And if I get something A plus, especially gold or let's say Nasdaq, I might take something else. But so far, I think this has been great. It's also a really good day overall. I'm also going to rest to chill, and yeah, let's see how the day goes, and let's see what's next. Okay, I engaged again on NQ. I could probably get a stop out. Why I have this risk for this
Order
current bar
filled.
is because, well, initially I had around 90 here, and the price was it retraced higher around here, so I decided to just lower my risk to this current bar low if it was a trail higher. So I just got stopped out there, but it's fine. I like that. Well, close was not good, of course, but I'm not sure if I was trying to see if there would be a push to the upside, maybe going for these highs here. So that's why I bought this previous bar low. Well, so far it doesn't seem to hold, so let's see what it does from here. I'm gonna wait for maybe something cleaner in both sides. So let's see what happens. Well, the price seems to be reacting nicely after I got stopped out. So what I'm doing is I'm not gonna buy a game somewhere in the middle. I want to see if this current bar or the next bar breaks the high of this current bar. So that actually could maybe push. I mean, create a some sort of continuation to the upside. So if it does tag me in, I would probably maybe go for these highs here, or even this retest of these regular trading hours. This one here, both are good. So most likely, yeah. Let's see what it does for now. I'm gonna leave my entry there. Goal, I think it took the low. Mm, 0.11.2, yeah, 0.105. So yeah, let's see. Let's see what he wants to head. I'm gonna wait a little longer. This close is good. It's not does not anywhere near to be a bearish signal. So let's see what happens. Bands are closing, so
Order
let's
filled.
see what's next. This bar is my risk. I'm not gonna take any more than that. So yeah, see what happens from here. Let's see if there's a push. I'm gonna start reducing my risk as soon as price breaks this high. If it does, let's see. Or even if it goes somewhere like in the middle, decent profits, I'm gonna start moving higher just to reduce my risk overall. It could definitely just tank from here, but let's see. Let's see what he wants to do. I think this is good. I think this is fine. I'm gonna let it breathe a little bit so it plays higher. If I am on the right side of the market, it should not trade lower. At least well come back here. Basically, if it does comes, if there's no momentum to the upside after that, it just means that I'm probably well wrong and I'm just gonna be stopped out there. But let's see where it goes from here. Let's see what happens. Okay, just as a quick update, I actually got stopped out where I had my risk reduced here. It wouldn't continue. And then I noticed pretty much similar thing on gold. But I think I made a small mistake here. I'm letting the trade be still because I think it's fine. It's a good trade. I like the fact that price seems to continue to fail to the upside. And then after the previous bar high, it actually started tanking nicely. So I decided to buy around here. I should have bought the low of the bar instead to be more aligned with my actual trading, but I think I was a little early. So let's see what he wants to do. If he wants to tank, it will be great because I think if it is to tank, come lower and break this low, I think it should probably just fill the gap. So that's why I'm actually going for this Thursday close. But let's see what he wants to do from now. It will be good to see a close below these bars here, but well, I guess I will have to wait. Okay, just a quick update on this. I actually got stopped out earlier. This is second trade. How this bar opened and then it quickly trade higher and stopped me out here around this bar high. So yeah, what I did was it took the high for a little bit and then it actually traded quite strong down. So I actually sold the low here. I don't know if it's going to hold, but I like the fact still that it continues to fail. It could still, come higher and whatever, but I like this. This is failing at this point. So let's see what happens. Let's see if he wants to maybe head and test the low of the gap somewhere here, at least 50%. Yeah, nothing's clear. So I'd like to see break this structure like this consolidation here, and hopefully just keep tanking. But well, that's just an anticipation. Let's see what it does from now. Well, it wouldn't really do anything. It was just pushing like here up, so I decided to just close the trade earlier. So I took a small loss there. I think I'm gonna wait in both because so far the bands in Nasdaq are a little tight, so it's basically overlapping. So this is a bad sign. I'm gonna wait for both of them to break either side properly. Like I'm not gonna engage here anymore. I'm gonna wait to see if you want to close below or higher with a better volume, and not this is dog shit basically. So I'm just gonna stay hand tight for now and see if the price wants to give something cleaner. If it does not, then I'm probably just gonna let it be as it is. Okay, so a couple of things. One thing I like gold is this basically is creating higher highs here and it's kind of failing to the downside after this. So I decided to buy the break of this structure here. So let's see if he wants to go higher or not. What I'm going for is this retest of this RTH here, if he wants to trade higher. And Nasdaq pretty much similar. I like the failure here on this retest, and then also it's higher highs, and then also there's an inside bar here. That's why I decided to buy the break of that inside bar. And what I'm going is the same, these highs here and this retest here of this RTH swing. But yeah, let's see if he wants to head up. I like this close actually quite good. It could definitely don't do anything from there, just maybe keep trading higher or whatever or lower. But I think this trade was really good, even though it is within this range that is well attempting to break now. So let's see if he wants to. Let me check what are the bands saying because they were not looking so bright as for now. So yeah, gold is a little better than Nasdaq in that sense, but gold opened above this band, which is normally a sign that could retrace. But the thing is, it did, but it's failed, so it could definitely trade higher. So let's see if he wants to follow up from here. As for now, I'm just gonna continue waiting and see what they want to do. Well, it wouldn't hold none of them. Nasdaq failed, so I just basically decided to well, I reduced my risk, and then I got to step down just here. And then same for gold. It wouldn't hold after it took the high, so it traded lower. So before it stopped me out, I closed it at a small loss. So yeah, I think I'm going to engage in gold. I think I'm gonna
Order
sell it
filled.
after this close here with a lower volume above the highs here, above the failure. So let's see. I'll take something like that and see if he wants to tank. I'm currently monitoring gold behavior because yeah, it closed below and so on, but it's not the cleanest price action to the downside. So I don't know. I could get a stop down. It's fine. I actually was locked down around here pretty much, and now I watch this price. It's around my entry, but also there is an inside bar here. I want to see. I don't know if the reaction could be to the downside. I didn't want to engage at the high because it's pretty much my entry. So if I see that it rejects lower nicely and then trades below the low of the inside bar, I might scale in a trade, but I'm not sure yet. I'm waiting to see the reaction. So if I am to get a stop down, I will get a stop down around here with lower risk because it makes no sense to if it is actually to go to trade lower, it should trade from here or somewhere here. But yeah, I mean if you want to stop me out, it's okay. But yeah, I don't, it's no point for me at this point to take any bigger risk, especially after I was waiting for already 10 plus minutes. So let's see if he wants to react. If not, it's also okay. See what happens. Okay, so well, it wouldn't hold. So I decided to just instead of well, charging again, I decided to just buy the market on the break of the inside bar since I wasn't since like I was on the wrong side. So see what happened from now on. I like the band are actually quite open on gold. See if he wants to break this high. I would like to see if it is to continue higher, a close above here. That'll be actually great. But let's see for now what he wants to do. Okay, so actually I executed earlier on gold here on the break on the inside bar, but it would it traded like plus 200 or something, and then it came back break even. Well, it didn't go anywhere. Then I actually short the low after it broke down here to see if it was just, well, after this rejection if it was a trade lower. But then yeah, I just got to stop out a small risk because I had the current bar high as my stop. Yeah, it wouldn't do much. The Nasdaq kind of similar. I bought the previous bar low, but then yeah, I stopped myself actually because I had two contracts instead of one. So yeah, I didn't want to take the risk. I just closed the trade earlier in a loss. Let's see. I think I'm a little bit standard already into minus. So if I don't see anything clearer soon, I think I'm just gonna stop and then just call it a red day, which is also part of the business. So let's see. I think after even this bar, even this it closed lower, I think Nasdaq could possibly trade higher, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Yeah, let's see what happens. Well, I stopped myself in both initially. Call, yeah, I don't know. I think at this point I'm over trading, and I actually went beyond by plus the 200 from my initial daily limit, which is 400. So let's see. It's actually quite tough because I noticed that I got nervous. I got a little bit like in a rush, which is actually makes no sense. But let's see what happens. I need to clear my mind, just step back and see what he wants to do. Once again, gold fails to the high, so I don't know. I still believe that it should trade lower, but maybe I'm just maybe wishful thinking a little bit, and that's bad. So I think I'll probably just maybe call it. If it doesn't work, this trade that I have open now, I'll just call it a red day, and then we'll see next week. But also, this is part of the business, so it's nothing to be scared of or feel mad about it. It's just that red days happen, so no can do. Okay, I'm gonna actually I need to go, so I decided to just record this small update prior to whatever this trade wants to do. Uh, I am aware that I lost it actually. I don't actually don't know how, why I got triggered. I would think about it and see what happens, but yeah. Well, this wouldn't work here. I gotta stop tower small here, and that's short that I had. Actually, sorry, break even trade. I wanted to add here on the low of this bar, it wouldn't happen. Then also this inside bar low, it wouldn't happen either. So I just kept trading higher. So I basically engaged after this close here and this retest here on this bar, and then it was created as an inside bar. So now it's retesting. Volume is quite little, so it doesn't seem like so strong to the downside. But I don't know what it's gonna do. I'm also aware that I shouldn't have taken this many trades, first of all, but also this much losses. I decided at this point to assume this minus whatever. I think it's 300, so I'm putting it to 1K if he stopped me out. But yeah, I don't feel mad. I feel a little bit, if honest, I'm a little bit disappointed that I somehow allowed it to go that deep. But yeah, it's also like I said, pretty much every day. It's part of the business, and yeah, I just didn't control myself enough today, and this is the price. This is what happens when you let yourself sleep. And initially, I had a decent day. I had minus 200 and plus 200 or something like that. I left some money on the table. I would say around 600, 700. So yeah, uh, it is what it is for now, I would say. So I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna just turn it off from here, and then I will come later to write some recap and then see what could have done better, and of course like how to avoid this what happened today. Because at the end of the day, yeah, there was some decent trades, especially at the open, but at the end, like it's literally just like a pretty much ugly day overall and price action wise. So not gonna do. This is it for now. Let's see. Let's see later.